Hi everyone, I hope you are all doing well. So today I'm going to do a review, and this a review about this little puppy, and this is of course the Beauty Blender. It is amazing. Yes, so maybe you can have your take on mine. Your take on mine, you... This is my take too, and I'm rambling and saying like nonsense kind of stuff. So, what is this little baby puppy? So this is a makeup sponge, but this is not like the typical kind of white sponge that you find usually in makeup kind of kit. This one you are about to wash it, you are about to dry it and use it again until it's sometimes the pink is faded too much and you have like too much foundation cake on it, and you are going to have a bad feeling about this and let it go. So in France we can find this now for a few months in Sephora, and it is less than 20 euros for one. And I have something in my nose, sorry. So basically how I use it, yes, I run this under water, or sometimes put it in a glass with some water, and I let sponge in it. It is going like to double or even triple, I think, the volume of this little puppy. And you are going to squeeze, take again some water, squeeze, take again some water, and after you are going to dry this on a towel or on a paper towel as you want. And you are not supposed to get any water when you squeeze it. Yes, at the end of the rolling and everything, you are not supposed to have any water like on your hands or anything. Yes. So how I use it? I used to use it for foundation, but it was sharing too much my foundation. I didn't like it this way, so I stopped using it. Then I use it with a primer, and I was using this with a foundation. And the problem is that I didn't really like it this way, because everyone has this kind of way to use it. And it was good, for example, when I had some lines with my foundation and everything, but I didn't fall in love really with the product. And the way this is working like amazing for me is I put my foundation with my hand, primer, everything, foundation, moisturizer, that it is other, but... And after that, I use it with my powder. And this is beautiful. Okay, I used to get like... It is... Yes, it is amazing. So I put the sponge in my powder, use it on my face, and this gives me a really good coverage. This also kind of blend it, and even my skin, and it is like really better than it was with brushes or than I used to use with powder. So yes, it is kind of weird. It really changed my take on foundation and my take on powder. And what I was saying, yes, and it also made my and still made my foundation like still, you know, going on the matte side better, I'm going to say. And the mattifying powder that I use after that, I use the Rimmel powder, Stay Matte powder, and the mattifying effect stays longer when I use this method, and it is also a little bit more natural. And yes, it's weird, but it is really working. And I was like, what the heck? I had to wait so long to find something who give me a result like this. After you are supposed to wash it like right away, I don't do that because most of the time in the morning I'm in a rush, so I wash it at night, let it dry, and use it again in the morning. And you really have to wash it. I use my Clinique kind of soap. You have to use like not some really harsh soaps on this, because this can destroy the fiber that the sponge is made with. You have to be really careful about this. And also maybe cleanse. When I clean it, I take the sponge under water, like squeeze it a little bit, take some soap on the sponge and roll the sponge on my hand, on the palm of my hand. And it is getting the dirt out of this. And you really have to squeeze it and don't have some soap left in this. And the thing I liked was a little bit too scared about it was my nose. No. Oh, my nose is itchy. The thing I was scared about was bacteria, because I used to have acne. I have some like prawn skin, kind of weird thing, and my nose is killing me. Kind of skin and bacteria with sponges was something that was scaring me. And the way you can kill bacteria is like when with your kitchen kind of sponges. I tried it and I was scared, and I was like watching my beauty blender in the microwave like crazy weirdo. You put in a glass, you put some water, and you are supposed to go like maybe 2 centimeters, or I think it's about 1 inch. And when you put it in the water, the beauty blender is going to absorb the water, so go run some water again. And you put this in the microwave for 30 minutes, no, 30 seconds, no, not 30 minutes, 30 seconds. And you have to be really careful about this when you take out the glass, because the sponge is, it is kind of hot and you can burn yourself. Trust me, I learned my lesson. So you have to let it cool down a little bit, and after you can wash it like the normal way, like with soap and everything. And your sponge also is going to feel a little bit different, but it's pretty good. I really liked it. I don't know. The pink sponge in the microwave made me happy. I know, I'm a weirdo. So, yes, and yes. So, this is my backup of the one I'm currently using, and I really like it. So, if you have tried it and didn't like it, and you have also to be careful, because I've seen people like put the beauty blender when it is wet on Ziploc bag and don't let it hair dry, and it's really bad because mold can grow on this. It is a sponge, so if you have sponge with humidity, water, close like kind of space, mold is, you have a really good chance to get mold on this, so you have to be really careful. And you put this on your face, so be really careful about this, and let this sponge sometimes to dry. So yes, what I was going to say. So I was really like, yes, I know what I was going to say. When I tried it the first time, I didn't like it, so you have to find the way sponge is going to work for you. And yes, and this little tiny pink thing, I'm obsessed with pink, and the fact this is pink is like a big bonus for me. And yes, and it is without latex, I just saw that. This thing is like really good, really good, and I recommend it to everyone. And maybe one day I'm going to finish my sentence, but yes, maybe you have tried the sponge and didn't like it, so try some other way. Maybe use it with your primer, with your concealer. I also use it with my concealer sometimes to blend the line between the foundation and the concealer. And I apply also my powder for under my eyes, this part and this part, with the pointy side of the beauty blender. And the bottom is more like from kind of all the face, and oh my goodness gracious, love this baby. And yes, can you guess, I have a backup. Yes, of course it's an investment, but you are going like, I hope you are going to love it as much as I love it. There was a bug in front of me, and yes, and I'm going to stop to rumble about it about hours and hours and hours and hours, because I can, really, I can. I'm obsessed. So beauty pink sponge is just beautiful. And yeah, and if you were on the fence about buying this, you should really give a try on this, and maybe don't try to buy all the dupe and everything. Sometimes we save more money by buying like the real stuff than we try to save on cheap brushes, on cheap things, and the real stuff sometimes would cost less money than searching for something like who is cheaper. Yes. So I'm going to leave you there. I'm going to wish you an amazing week. I'm going to tell you that this thing is beautiful. I'm going to wish you really, really a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day, beautiful, beautiful wood. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for watching. And my nose is picking up on me. Yes, and I'm going to see you next week. And bye!